Hello? I've been cut off. Enough of my operation. What's the matter with you?
It's my feet.
Which feet?
These feet.
One of each. What more do you want? Next!
No, you don't understand. Every time I put them on the floor, it really hurts.
Well, wear thicker socks. Next!
No, I've got a fear of floors.
You got floorophobia?
What?
Phobia, a morbid fear of floors. I've only ever known of one such case before. Michelangelo, yeah. That's why I only painted ceilings.
Is there a cure?
I have some books that may help you.
Do you want me to read them?
Hey, you mad? I want you to walk over there. Wuthering Heights.
Oh, that's all right. I haven't got vertigo.
No, you've only got over there to go. Jeffrey Archer. Even I'm allergic to him. It's a good earth. Shut up, it's ours. Get on the book. Onto the chair. That's it. Good. Now, when does this floorophobia begin?
My mother was frightened by a Hoover.
I see, yeah. Let me see. How many times have I told you never practice in there? Now to test your reactions. Thank you, nurse. Nothing wrong there. One more time, please, nurse. Oh, I needed that. Now, do you smoke?
No.
Why do I smoke like a fish?
Fish don't smoke.
I never said that they did. I said I smoke like a fish. I sort of go... Now to take your blood pressure. Roll up your sleeve. I have some good news and some bad news for you. Which you want first?
The good news.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with you.
What's the bad news?
I lied about the good news. Stick out your tongue.
What are you doing?
You started it? Oh, that reminds me, I had a puncture this morning. And I wasn't even on my bike. Oh, tell me something. Are you regular? You don't have to prove it. Right, that's good. Now, have you ever thought of moving to Australia?
The blood's rushing to my head.
Doctor, I think you should give him a blood test.
Quite right. What colour is blood?
Red.
Correct. Pass the blood test. Nurse, refresh my memory. Now, I want you to go behind the trousers and drop your curtain.
Surely you mean go behind the curtain and drop your trousers?
Why should I drop my trousers? They're full of unhappy memories. Now, stand by the window and drop them. Oh, my God, funny view.
What are you going to do with those tongs?
Shut up. Head between the knees. Your knees don't cough. Now, I'll hold these while you cough.
Oh, don't hold them upside down. All the loose change will fall out.
It's quite clear from this examination that you need a complete change.
I think you need a change as well, Doctor.
Absolutely right. Nurse, one for the road. Hello? How many times have I told you, don't phone me at work?
Elliot, where are you, darling? Are you feeding the plant?
I'm terribly afraid I am.
Oh, my God, what happened?
This, my dear, is a Venus flytrap, a man-eating plant.
That's rather sexist, Elliot.
I'm so sorry, a person-eating plant, and is currently devouring my person. Now I know why they call it a flytrap.
Who should I ring?
I hardly think Kew Gardens do house calls, my pet.
You shouldn't have let it grow so big.
I assume we're talking about the plant.
What's it doing now?
Let me put it this way. If I were a turkey, it's just reached the little plastic bag.
You don't mean...
Yes, Merry Christmas. Oh, that I should finish up as human Paxo.
How did it happen?
Well, I was doing my weekly watering, with a can, I hasten to add. And I was watering everything except the sage.
Why not the sage, my darling?
Well, you know what they say? Don't put your water on the sage, Mrs. Worthington. He jested as tears rolled down his cheeks.
I can't see the tears on your cheeks.
You can't see my cheeks.
So what went wrong?
Well, I was bending over, giving the kiss of life to a toadstool, when suddenly the toad gave a piercing shriek and hurled itself into the hollyhocks.
Then what happened?
Then I became aware of being violently goosed from behind.
What did you do?
Nothing, I thought it was you.
Oh, my God, it's masticating.
I'd rather not look.
Elliot, I can't just stand by being useless. What can I do?
Well, there's lots you can do, my dear. You can play the piano, you can do the splits, and your plums are the toast of Leamington.
No, I mean, what can I do now? That horrid plant.
No, that was me, my dear. I shouldn't have had that third curried egg in spud, you like. Oh, Amanda, I need the weed. I feel like a cigarette in a long holder.
You look like a cigarette in a long holder.
How droll.
I studied under you, Elliot.
Yes, I know. You've seen more ceilings than Michelangelo. Oh, by the way, I'd appreciate it if you didn't put the ashtray on my back in future. What future? I think I can safely say that our weekend in Frinton is off.
Oh, Elliot, don't talk like that.
Very well. How's this? Our weekend in Frinton is off.
Joking at a time like this.
It's a living. Oh, by the by, a few bequests. You'll find my willies in the commode.
Funny place to keep it.
I leave my monogram suppositories to you, and I leave my collection of Des O'Connor records to the Association for the Deaf.
Elliot, don't give up. Stick it out.
I'm afraid those days are over. I'd like my ashes to be scattered over Joan Collins. At least that way I know I'll get plenty of visitors. Oh, Amanda, I'm afraid time is growing short, and so am I.
Is this the mystery coach tour?
Oh, yes, it is. We'd better get in.
Here, hang on. Where's the driver?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, there he is. Look there.
After you, sir.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Chairman. Yes, oh, yeah. Well, yes, I told our last customer, I said, look, I'm sorry, your home may be at risk if you do not keep up the repayments on your loan. Yes. Ah, they're bringing the keys round this afternoon, yes. Oh, a new customer. I'll speak to you later.
Come in.
Mr. Higginbottom, the bank manager.
The very same. Welcome to my humble chamber of toil, Mr. Whittaker, and may I say what an honour and a great pleasure it is to finally meet you in person at last.
I'm sure that's very kind of you indeed, Mr. Higginbottom.
Are you by yourself?
Yes, I've come alone.
Alone? Oh, what a lovely word. You go and sit down, please. Take a chair. Now then, Mr. Whittaker, we at the Northern Lending Bank think that you, the customer, are the most important person in the world and our very reason for being on this planet. We would die for you, Mr. Whittaker. Just say the word.
No, there's no need for that. Please, put it down.
Thank you. You've saved my life. I'll never be able to repay you. Oh, now then, what would you like? Cigars, a drink, a loose woman?
Sorry.
Mr. Whittaker, we at Northern Lending Bank would like to offer you a small token of our appreciation.
Well, actually, I'm a very happily married man.
So am I. This is my wife, Doris.
Hello.
thank you, Doris. The thought was there.
Was that your wife?
It doesn't have to be. No. Now, how does hot pot, apple tart and custard sound like for your dinner?
Well, this is all very kind, but if you could just lend me a few moments of your time.
lend.
No. If you could just loan me a few moments to explain the...
There it is, Mr. Whittaker.
No,
Help yourself.
No, I don't.
Cash, help yourself as much as you like. Take it. I've embarrassed you, haven't I? Eh? There's not enough there. You want a big loan, don't you, eh? I should have showed you the vault downstairs. I'm ashamed. There's only one thing for it.
No, please don't. Look, put the gun down. Can't we talk business?
Do you mean that?
Yes, of course. Why not?
Thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you. I feel humble. Oh, I'm so happy I could cry.
No, don't, please.
This calls for a celebration. It's your last chance, Mr. Whittaker.
I don't want a wife.
Me daughter.
No, and I don't want any champagne. I just want to put money in the bank.
Oh, I'm ashamed I've embarrassed you again. You want to put money in?
Yes.
You mean you want to give us money?
Yes.
You walk in here as bold as brass. You want to give us money? Next thing you'll be wanting interest. I bet you saw before. Right, I don't want the money now. I knew the sun was going to shine today. Is this a 5-year flat, not a 10-year?
Good evening. Here is the weather forecast brought to you by Bupa for all private medical subscribers. It's going to be a lovely day, glorious sunshine and gentle breezes. However, if you're a national health patient, it's going to be freezing cold and chucking it down.
Aren't you going out tonight then?
Nah, I've got no money.
You got no money? I tell you what. If you want, you go out and enjoy yourself, eh?
Oh, thanks. I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving.
You are? I'll tell you what then. You go out and have yourself a slap-up meal, eh? Go to the best restaurant in town.
Thanks. Oh, see, I can't. My bike's broken.
Your bike's broken? Oh, well, I'll tell you what then, that'll fix your bike, won't it, eh? Yeah, take a taxi. All right. You go and have a slap-up meal, the best restaurant in town, have a few drinks and go to a disco, something like that, eh?
It's a lot.
Now, we can do anything we want.
Well, I'm going with him. It sounds much more fun.
Vincent!
Toulouse! Where are you?
I'm down here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see you.
It's the story of my life.
Oh, Toulouse! Last night I had a terrible row with my girlfriend, Claire. And now I want you to take this to her and tell her that I'm sorry.
Oh, let me see. Ugh. What is it, marzipan?
Claire said that I was a terrible lover, so I cut it off.
Then why is your head bandaged?
I cut my ear off. And now I'm sending it to her to make her feel bad.
So, this ear is your ear? I thought it was a dried apricot.
Pardon?
I thought it was a dried apricot. Vincent, don't you? You must not cut off your other ear.
Why not?
It will ruin your eyesight.
How do you mean?
Well, how will you wear your glasses?
Oh, la trek, la trek.
The bloody long trek.
I will never paint again.
I will never walk again if you keep moving around the room like this. Why did you do this?
I did it to prove my love.
To prove your love? Where is she going to whisper sweet nothings? Up your nose?
What have you ever sacrificed for love?
Are you kidding? I used to be 6'2".
Vincent, are you there?
What can I do? What can I say?
Tell her the phone rang and you answered the blender by mistake.
Toulouse, I have not seen much of you lately.
There is not much of me to see.
I have had stories, Toulouse. You are not that small.
You know what they say about men in big hats?
Behave. I have just come to call for my little knickknacks.
And here I am.
But where is Vincent? I just come for my things. I never want to see him again. Vincent! Vincent! Is he there?
You're halfway there.
Claire, about the row last night, I want to make it up.
I never want to speak to you again.
Pardon?
I never want to speak to you again.
Claire, I love you madly.
I don't love you.
Pardon?
She said she doesn't love you.
Your bleeding ear.
My bloody knees.
I am going. I am leaving this country for good.
Wait. You better take this.
Why?
You'll never know when you might want to get in touch. Starry night. He's lost his left ear, but not his right.
It's 3:15. There's no one in the place except you and me. So stick 'em up, Joe. Sid? Psst, Sid. Sid, where are you?
Yeah.
Good, you're in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Sid, the kids will be here in a minute, right? So don't forget to scream. And have you rigged the jack in the box?
Yeah.
Good. Here they come. Shh, come on.
Oh, Dad, do we have to do this?
Oh, now, come along now. I always tell you a ghost story on Halloween, don't I? Eh? Good. Get yourselves comfortable. Oh, we'll have a little bit of atmospheric lighting, shall we? Eh? Better. Now then, the story. A man was driving to see his mother, right, when he decided to take a shortcut down a dark and lonely lane. When what do you think happened?
He had a puncture.
He had a puck. How did you know?
He did last year.
Yes, well, he did again this year. Anyway, luckily for the man, he'd stopped outside a little pub called the Captive Cavalier. He went inside. There was nobody there. So he ordered himself a drink.
I thought you said there was nobody there.
Yes, well, I mean, there was somebody behind the bar, wasn't there, obviously? Anyway, the man said to the barman...
Why is this pub called the Captive Cavalier?
Exactly. Well guessed. Only let me tell it. It's funny you should say that, said the barman.
Not that funny.
In the year 1650, a Cavalier officer was hidden in this pub by the villagers. They put him in a cupboard.
You did that?
How can I do that?
That was your knee correctly.
Anyway, no sooner had the villagers put the Cavalier officer in the cupboard than the Roundheads arrived and arrested some of the villagers. The others ran away. So nobody could discover the Cavalier officer. You see, by accident, they'd locked the cupboard. He was found 200 years later. That's an amazing story, said the man. Anyway, I'll never get my wheel changed tonight. Can I stay here? The landlord said, yes, of course, sir, but we've only got one room. The Cavalier's room, where that horrible thing happened.
Go on.
I've got you on the edge of your seat now, haven't
Dad?
I? Right, so the man took a candle. And he went up to the room. He opened the door.
You fix that door.
Inside, the room was bare, except for a bed, a table, a chair, and a cupboard. On the table was a black box. Unable to restrain his curiosity, the man very slowly opened the box. Was it just his nerves, or could he hear the sound of a man gasping for breath as the air in the cupboard gave out? Or was it just his own breathing he was listening to? He held his breath. No, the noise definitely came from the cupboard. The man slowly crossed the room. All of a sudden, he became aware of a faint sound above him, high up in the roof. Or was it just his imagination? For as quick as it appeared, it disappeared. He became drawn ever closer to the cupboard. He couldn't help imagining the expression on the face of that person who opened that cupboard 200 years later. And now, all of a sudden, somebody or something was struggling in the cupboard to get out. So, he ran downstairs, jumped in his car and drove home on 3 wheels. That was good, wasn't it?
Better than last year. How did you do that? Uncle Sid's in the cupboard.
Oh, he might be, he might not be. It's possible, I'm not saying. Now, come along. Off you go, brush your teeth.
See you later, Dad.
Okay, come on. Sid, they've gone. You can come out now. Sid.
Eh?
I said you can come out now.
Well, I'm going to do that ghost story then.
Well,